How's it going? How's it going? Hope you're having an awesome fourth day of January. It's crazy still to say 2026. To me, it's still crazy how fast the year went by. Like, it seemed like we just had a new year. My dad told me many years ago I remember when I was growing up, he told me, the older you get, the faster the years go by. And as a kid, seems like time takes forever, especially when you're in school, you got all this stuff, you're just waiting for summer vacation, and the only thing that seems to go by really fast is summer vacation because school drags. But once you're an adult, I got to agree now, turning 36 today, that the years do seem like they go by faster and faster the older I get, the older my daughters get. So it gives an interesting view, though, on birthdays. Like, to a lot of people, their birthday is a day to party. It's a day to go out, have some drinks, and have fun and relax. When it should be a day of reflection, it should be a day of realizing that it's day one all over. It's another year that you have been on the earth. Take some accountability, take an evaluation, and ask a couple simple questions of how much have I improved over the last year? Am I healthier or unhealthier? Do I have a better mindset or a worse mindset? Do I have better connections in relationships or worse connections in relationships? Am I making more money or less money? Not every area is going to be a win. It's not about being perfect. It's about having progress. It's about making movement forwards in the direction you want to go. So I got an interesting view on birthdays. A few years ago, one of my coaches, Balaj, shared the way he views his birthday, and it just clicked to me. It made so much sense, and I'm like, for the rest of my life, I'm never going to look at it as another year older. Yes, in all reality, it's another year older. We're all here for another year. But if you want to get really deep down a little side tangent, our calendar's actually tweaked anyways, and I just really learned this the other day. The way the world actually spins, it's not 365 days, and the leap year doesn't actually work properly, and yeah, it's kind of cool. So I don't go on side tangents. You get freaking lost. But he said that he looks at every year as a level, like a video game. So I took it to a different point in my own perspective. I said, I've never been a video gamer, but I know that when you start off on level 1, game 1, it's typically the easiest. It's going to be the easiest. You're learning the motions. You're learning how to use all the controls, all the tools and stuff that you have. As you progress through the levels get harder. And if I'm thinking about this right, if you beat the game, then you go buy the next version, it plays off from the last version. So again, you've got to get better and better in order to beat the levels and in order to beat the game. Well, life is the same way. If you look at it as every year older, you should be getting better. You should be improving so that when the end of your game comes and you reach the end, is it going to be a win? When you, whatever you believe in, reach the other side, if there is a way that you can view it all and say, did I come close to becoming the ideal version of myself? Or was I over here messing around, having fun too much, not paying my dues, not showing up, taking accountability for my actions like I should be doing, and not anywhere as near the true potential of what you could have been, what I could be, what any of us could be. So, birthdays are levels. Today's level 36 for me. It's just like, I gotta improve. I can't improve all today. I got the whole year to improve. But today is, where do I get crystal clear on the areas that I fell short on at 35? Over the last year, luckily for me, I'm born on the 4th day of the year, so it works out now that I'm in this journey of life with personal development that the first of the year and my birthday coincide. So luckily, I can just stagger my year and say, okay, let's start fresh. And there's a lot of time. It's easy in the beginning of the year to build some momentum, to have a routine. I've proven this to myself time and time over the last 7 years, and I have this cycle that I'll build momentum, I'll build a system that I'll keep following, but it's not a true system. It's for the winning days. The system has always been built for the days that you feel like doing it, and that plan's easy to follow. It's what plan do you follow on the days that you don't feel like doing it, on the days that life hits harder, on the days that your time seems a little bit shorter. What system do we follow on those days? Most of us, those are the days we make excuses. Well, I'll get to it tomorrow. I don't have the time today, so I'll put it off until it's convenient. And this is when our health slips. This is when our dreams of being a business owner or creating a product or serving an offer or providing service to people, it's when that goes on the back burner. It's when our relationships go on the back burner because now we're overwhelmed and anxiety is up and we're like, I don't know what to do in what specific area to actually feel like I'm being productive. And this is how we all get overwhelmed, because there's lack of a system. So this is why I'm going to jump into the mindset and the view on the world we live in. For so long, I ignored the world around me. It was just the world I was living in, and half of it was because I was always under the substance of something, and I was just in my own world anyways, so none of it mattered. But I didn't pay attention to personal development. I didn't pay attention to the standards that the people around me held. Everybody was just doing their own thing. If they had low standards, I barely noticed it, probably because I had super low standards. But if they did have high standards, they didn't stand out to me. It's not like people who with high standards, I was like, wow, how did they get to where they are? What do they do outside of work? What do they do when they're not where they are right now? And none of that ever fazed me. Now, I see people who are at high levels running businesses, or people walking down the street or in really good shape, and I'm like, what does that person do on a regular basis to be that person? To have that confidence, to have that physique, to have that success. And it's the view around the world that says, well, one, if this person can do it, well, why can't I? There's nothing special about that person besides they figured out what they wanted to do and they executed enough days consistently in order to get the result that they wanted. It's math. It's a mathematical equation. Success is a mathematical equation. But myself, my biggest problem is not running the mathematical equation properly. Not enough inputs in the right area to get the right outputs. It's not difficult to comprehend when you actually get honest with yourself and say, why am I not winning? I stay active, I'm doing this, I go to the gym, I do this, I record content. None of that matters if it's not in the right areas, if it doesn't have all the right steps taken at the right times. So the mindset wrapped around that is, it's up to me for you, or it's up to me, but for you, you have to say it's up to you to get better, to figure out what areas, if not all areas of your life, could be improved, should be improved, need to be improved, must be improved. Because at the end of the day, personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion. It's a non-negotiable. This is something that we all need to do. And if we're all doing it, and we're all in a community, and we're working together, doesn't that just sound like it would make the process easier anyways, because it would become the new normal? What we do right now, slacking off, partying, having fun, making excuses, procrastinating, all this is normal because it's been turned into the normal over the last few generations. This is why I say it's our duty and responsibility to flip the switch and rewrite the script. So over the next couple generations, I don't want to see my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, God, please help me be able to see them one day. I don't want to see them walking around like a bunch of idiots, just with no brain cells, with no common sense, with no direction. I want to see them changing the world, being some of the strongest generations that the world has ever had. And that's only going to happen if we lead by example and we start building a new foundation. So, I got a 30-day win-lose challenge that I created for myself. Because I'm like, I want something. It's not hard. It's super simple. It's so super simple. It's so super simple, it's stupid. But it's also not easy. Because there's 5 daily tasks that to some people they might not even think about these tasks because they might not do any of them ever. And if that's you, then you're probably pretty perfect and you're probably not in this group. So let me take that back. Every single one of us probably has one crutch out of one of these five. And it's simple. You either win or you lose the task. And there's 5 tasks. And if you win all 5 tasks, you win the day. And if you don't win all 5 tasks, say you win 4 out of 5, you lose the day. Because winning 4 out of 5 is not winning. It is below standard that we're striving to run at. If you lose a day, though, that's fine. Just imagine, 30 days in a month on average. If you win 20 of them, that's a winning month. Technically, 16 of them is a winning month. If you win more months within the year, then you'll win the year. If you win enough years within the next decade, your life will be in a completely different place 10 years from now. I believe this, and I am going to execute on this because, like I said, it's a mathematical equation. If you put the work in the right areas, and you grow your mind, and you grow your body, and you figure out what you're passionate about, and you figure out what you want to do to create an additional source of income outside building someone else's business. If you're an employee, you're building someone else's business. If you're a business owner already, then go all in, deeper, grow, scale, fulfill that dream, provide the service, absolutely. But if you're not, then think about what you could do. What have you wanted to do in the past and said, oh, I'm not worthy and deserving of that. There's no way I could do that. I don't have the time. I don't have the finances to fund that, to start it. Don't focus on that right now. Focus on what you need to do. Reverse engineer the plan and figure it out. If it's a 10-year game plan that you're going to try to win, it's all right. And then the last thing here. What happens if we do nothing and we just go with the flow? Everything I just said, what happens if we just do nothing? Like, I'll just wake up every day, and whatever happens, I'll just go with the flow of it. If it's a good day, it's a good day. If people want to party, I'll party with them. If nobody calls me, I'll do nothing. If I don't have to work, I'm going to do nothing. If I see some dishes or a little bit of laundry or some things in the house that need to be picked up, it's only a little bit. I'll put it off. I'm not in the mood. Just letting life go. What's going to happen? Well, we all know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to be in the same place year after year after year. And most of us have already lived this cycle at one point in time, which is why you're probably in a group called Elevate Seeking Personal Excellence. Or you're watching this posted on another platform. Because at the end of the day, there's only a select group of us that have been awoken and that have realized that the government, the media, and everything around us when it comes to social media and technology is here to consume and control us. And if we don't learn how to control ourselves and be a creator more than we are the consumer, be the impactor more than we are the one impacted, then times are going to get even harder. I don't know how much harder they can get before life really does start sucking more than a lot of us think it does. So it's a moral obligation. To me, it's a moral obligation. But I do a lot of go lives. If you're in this group, you're just coming into this group, you're watching this. I do a lot of go lives because I don't like editing. Editing takes too much time. To me, this is raw, this is authentic. There's no edits, there's no scripts. I literally have 4 bullet points on a piece of paper, and that's just how I like it. I like raw, authentic transparency, and that is what you'll get from me. I don't have this all figured out. I've been going through the up and down battle of this personal growth for the last 7 years, since 28 years old, and I just know that I'm all in on it. I know that there's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons. There's a lot of heartache and struggle that comes, especially with the family, with times that they don't quite understand, because you don't even quite understand what you're doing. You just know that your heart's telling you to go in this direction, and you have good intentions within your heart, you have goodwill, you're doing it for the right reasons, then do it. So feel free, post within the group, interact within the group. I want this group to grow. I want this to be a self-sustaining environment so that people feel welcome, they feel like they're getting value, they feel like they're being seen and heard. Add people in this. It's an open group. Nobody needs to be accepted. And let's just elevate the the consciousness around us, and make people better as we make ourselves better. So get out there, get relentless, go chase your own personal excellence, and we'll chat with you here on the next one.